morning. Now, our guest is already in the building. Our guest is Zdon Paporella. He's a Nigerian musician, record producer, songwriter, TV presenter, and PR consultant, originally from the North local government. Hey, God, now, well, you're just one person. All this. He's equipped with a BSc and an MSc in business administration. Zdon Paporella also happens to be an ambassador for sustainable development goals bestowed on him by the Office of the Special Advisor to the President on SDGs in conjunction with the United Nations. Now I'm feeling intimidated already. Aside from his solo projects, Zdon Paporella production and songwriting credits include works with the likes of former Plantation Boys member Faze, Vector, Scales, who else? DJ Neptune. Well, that's a lot. That's a whole lot. And right after, so even the late Sound Sultan is part of the Rugged Man. It's a whole lot. After donkey plenty years in the industry, you still look like the very first time I saw you. Apart from a little bit of grace here and there.
I can't take credit.
You what?
I can't take any credit.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, please welcome my guest for today, Zdon Paporella. What's good?
Yeah. Let me do some hip hop.
Right.
All right.
How are you doing?
I'm very well.
I saw the Religion of Love video. I saw it on Instagram. You just posted it during when this whole Mubad thing heated up, and I saw. I'm like, this is what we should be listening to right now. This is what everybody needs right now. And I didn't even tell you about it. I just took the video and I just put it on air that day. Like I had to play it. And I think my producer that day, my producer just said, Miles, where did you get that? Okay, that is exactly what we should be playing right now. And it resonated with different set of people. What was it this that projected? Was it this situation of Mubad that actually influenced that song, or you already had it before?
Ironically, I recorded that song 5 years ago.
Whoa.
I recorded it in 2018. And I recorded it at the point where, I had taken a step back away from the scene. So I kept saying that I was going to release it because a few friends of mine who listened to it, they were very impressed and they were like, so you don't release this song, but the elections are coming soon. Then it was the elections. You should release this song now, and all that. And I kept saying, okay, I'll put it out next week. But when your interest is not really aligned with something, I never got around to it. So sometime this year, we had an SDGs event in Abuja, and I was in Abuja and I said, I think I should optimize this trip, I have a friend who has a studio there, and a friend of mine who shoots video, his name is Shalom Chiki.
Okay.
So we said, let's just shoot something for this song. I have this song and I have another climate action song, let's shoot videos for them. So we used the studio, we shot it. I came to Lagos, I edited the video, and when I was done editing the video, I said, let me release it. But I listened to the song. I said, let me just touch it up a little bit, the mix, and I was mixing it. So I literally, like we used to say jokingly, I get video, but I don't get song. So that was what delayed it for the 2 weeks. I was mixing that song when the Mubad incident happened. So it just so happened that I released it at a time where, the whole Mubad thing. In fact, I was going to hold back the release because I did not want people to start pointing fingers like you're capitalizing on this cloud. So I was going to, hold back. But my wife said, no, go ahead and put it out. Don't do that. You held on for this song now for another 5 years. And I know you, by the time you hold on now, you've already going to put out the other climate action. Please, let's put this out now. And I put it out and voila, the feedback was really crazy. I can't take any credit for this because from everything I've told you now, it is obvious that, that there's a sign. This is a sign from God that this is what I'm supposed to do, and this is what I was supposed to do, and the song came out at the exact precise time. I can't take credit for that.
You've been, if I say veteran now, you might be feeling old. I don't want you to feel like an old man. You're still young man. Okay, yes. But you've been around for donkey decades of years now, because I know when you were still part of ZIP with that group then. I think I was working at one TV station then. Anyways, now with all the record label brouhaha going on right now, with all these things people are talking about, with all the back and forth with the whole Malian record, not even just Malian records, record labels and artists generally, right? Yes. What is your take as somebody who's been there, who was with a group at some point, who was with a record label at some point, who went solo at some point and started your own thing? What is your take on this? And what do you think we can do to stop all this, oh, my label did this to me, or my artist is not doing this right situations?
Now, the problem a lot of people have is that they don't pay attention to the right details when they are signing contracts. When you're signing a contract, ensure that you get, a proper entertainment lawyer to look at that contract before you sign it.
Oh, wait, so there's a difference between, there's an entertainment lawyer.
Yeah, the entertainment lawyers, there are people who specialize in entertainment law. Not every lawyer can interpret entertainment terms and conditions. Yes, just like you have business lawyers too. There are lawyers specialize, okay? It's not enough to go to law school and get a degree, and come out and have your honors and all that. You need to specialize in an area. So get an entertainment lawyer to look at the contract properly, because a lot of artists have signed themselves, to some crazy contracts, perpetuity, without even realizing it. And they have also signed some very indemnifying clauses, that puts them in very precarious, dangerous situations that they do not know. So sometimes these music execs hold them to these contracts. And then to the general public, because we tend to look at things from a sentimental perspective generally, we would generally, at the end of the day, tend to take the side of the artist when, as a matter of fact, the artist had signed contracts that binds them to those terms that have been held up to. Now, that's for the artist. Now, for the music execs, it's not a life and death situation. You're not going to make money from every artist that you invest in.
Tell me about it.
Sometimes, you might not get it right with this particular artist. It might be the next artist that you sign, and you make a killing, even that makes up for what you invested in all your previous artists. That happens, Akon signed T-Pain. Akon also signed Lady Gaga. And what he realized from Lady Gaga more than made up, that's what he's living on. Lady Gaga set him up for life.
Yep.
Akon really doesn't need to do anything. What he's going to get from royalties, generations to come from Lady Gaga's works, has set his generation up for life. So that's how it is. It's an investment. There's a risk factor to it that most business people in this part of the world don't want to pay attention to. They want to make money off every artist they put every cent in, and that's not going to happen all the time. And when that doesn't happen, they become a little desperate and they start to do certain things that you see. So please, it is balanced. It's from both sides. Ensure that you sign contracts that don't put you in certain positions that you can come out of. And executives, please, when these contracts expire and these people want to move on, please let them go. Don't hold on to them. Don't try to fuss it. I mean, Naira Marley has lost so much right now than he ever imagined he could. Even if the bans are lifted, the negative image, the negative publicity, no one ever recovers from that. It's going to, that answers your question.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so speaking of you being a veteran, I would use the word veteran in the music industry. And as a musician, how has technology shaped the music industry? Because let me take it from the aspect of social streaming platforms and digital audio workspace. How has it shaped the music industry? Because I know a lot of people say that now musicians and producers are lazy when it comes to creating their work because of what the digital workspace has been able to give them. So what's your perspective about that?
About what again? The last part?
How it has shaped the music industry.
Okay, so let me address that. I know there was something else you chipped in. Now, I would say that technology has really helped the industry, especially the internet. The internet has been a game changer. And this is me speaking from, during that time, I don't like to use our time because, some people kind of like have a different perception about that particular phrase. I just say that, at the time when I released my music, then my first album and stuff, when we're doing it, when the time Yinka talked about, the internet had just come in then, and some of us embraced it, while other people were a bit worried. I was amongst the first few artists that actually digitally distributed their works with CD Baby. CD Baby was, primarily the go-to. They were the pioneers. Digital distribution as at that time. We also embraced MySpace too then, and that was where Sean Kingston was discovered. His song that he released, debut single, I can't remember the title, was discovered on MySpace. So we were on MySpace then, trying to embrace this, and we distributed. While a lot of people were like, no, internet, Oyibo, I don't know how to take my money. Some of us went there. Now, the internet has been a game changer. It has breached the gap between where we need to be, where we wanted to be, and where we need to be. The internet is the reason today why, acts like Burna Boy and a couple of artists, have managed to win the Grammy. They're not the first people to get the nomination. Sunny Ade was nominated as far back as 1985 or thereabout. In the 80s, though, I think 83 or so,
83.
It was nominated. And though he didn't win it, but, maybe there's a very big chance that if we had the internet then, who knows, maybe he would have done better. Maybe he might have won it, but have been able to consolidate on whatever hype or PR he had back then and ensure that he is, you know, in the radar of the people who make these decisions. Now, we have the likes of Burna Boy, Wizkid, Tiwa Savage, Yemi Alade, you know, getting some international recognitions and accolades, you know, all over the place. That has been the work of the internet. And then as an artist, let's look at distribution, the business side of an artist. Anybody today can be an artist. It was more challenging then when we were doing music. The process of even recording music alone, you know, we were recording music, you know, analog. We had multi-tracks. We moved from multi-tracks to 8-trackers, you know. I mean, we had 8 DAT. The process of even having your master, you had to be on a DAT machine. You had to go to a place where we called CD masters for them to transfer that into CDs. You know, now you make a song today, and then voila, it's on DistroKid or any of those distribution platforms, and they're selling it already. You can be in one room. And no, this is no straight bullet for Ogbomosho. I said it last time. Always say, you can be in one room in Ogbomosho, make your music, and have your song selling in Bohemia, and be a superstar in Bohemia. And then your music can become so big right there that, you know, some promoter over there, you have Nigerians can say, okay, let's bring this guy there, and you can generate revenue just by making music in your room with little or no resource. Sure. So it's been a big changer.
All right, now the Religion of Love is the new project right now. Now, is this you saying I am back for good, or you say let me just drop this thing now and just continue all the other things I'm doing on the side, or is it say Zdon Paporella is back for good after the Religion of Love? We're seeing an EP or an album dropping.
Okay, yeah, I've been asked this question a lot of times. I'm back for good, but I need to state clearly that I'm back differently. Music for me now means a different thing. I am more purpose-driven. I'm an SDGs ambassador, Sustainable Development Goals, like you mentioned. So everything I do is aligned with this. So, and if you understand what the goals represent, okay, you understand that, you know, it greatly represents humanity, you know, representing humanity and doing all that we can to develop humanity, you know, and make the world a better place. So everything I do right now, musically, you know, all my activities are in sync with this purpose. So I'm going to be making music, you know, that addresses, you know, it might be social, it might be economical, it might be environmental. Maybe once in a while I put out a love song, because I mean, there's that part to everybody, you know, but there are certain kinds of songs or certain things that I won't be comfortable talking about anymore. Just even having them in conversations, I won't do that, especially in the public space. So yes, I'm going to be making a particular kind of music because I need to prepare people's minds for it, you know, so that you know that, okay, yes, he's back, but he's back in a certain kind of way. I'm going to be making this kind of music now. Like I told you, we shot another video for Climate Action. That's the other song that I'll be coming out of. You know, Climate Action is one of our major goals with the 17 goals with the SDGs. So basically, yeah, I'm back, you know, but in this way.
Okay, now there you have it. He's back for good, but he's back in a different light right now. And please, for those who want to like, how can I link up with Zdon Paporella? How can they link up with you?
Okay, well, I'm on Instagram as I am Zdon1. IAMZDON1 on Instagram. That is me. On Twitter, I am on, or X rather. The X app. I'm not used to that X. Yeah, it's going to take some time actually. I'm on Twitter as, you know, I am Zdon without the one.
Without the one.
On Facebook, I'm Zdon Paporella. TikTok, I'm Zdon Paporella.
All right, so there you have it. You can just reach out to him and ask him all the questions that we didn't get to ask him because we had to bounce because of time. We started a bit late because of the technical issues, so we have to go. But thank you so very much for being part of the show.
My pleasure.
And hopefully we'll have this conversation again. Because I know you're a very busy person. So what we'll do is we'll just have a Zoom meeting.
Okay.
So that way you can just be in comfort of your house.
Oh, that'd be really nice.
And we'll just do that. But this is how we're doing Curtis today. But thanks for watching as always. Join the conversation on social media with the hashtag, right, Tea Time. And remember, you can catch up with our previous episodes, including this very one, and all our exclusive content by subscribing to our YouTube channel at PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle. You can also watch Tea Time on Apple TV. And if you're in the United Kingdom, in London, you can watch it on Ben Television. And right here in Nigeria, Star Times on the 308 and DSTV channel 408. A massive thank you to the whole production team for holding me down. A massive thank you to Booms 007 for keeping me holding on.